Luke's brother. Get it down.
Everybody good? Sure. All right, fire away.
Drake, how did it feel when you found out you're the starting quarterback?
Obviously it felt great. Just all the work I put in, and just get out there and get a chance to play. This Saturday's gonna be fun. I'm excited and just be out there under the lights, just back in action. I feel like it just came fast since last season, but I'm glad it's here and we're ready to get rolling.
What was the conversation like? Like, how did it happen? Did Mac tell you? Did Coach Longo tell you? How did that kind of go down?
Oh yeah, Coach Longo told me on Sunday night, so he sat me down in a meeting. And obviously, filled with emotions and it's been a blast. And I've been here and I'm ready to win some games.
What was the moment right before you walked into his office like for you? Was there like stress, anxiety?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd probably say I was just kind of anxious. Which either way it goes, the Kobe's a great player. We've been competing since I stepped on campus. Yeah, a little anxious, but excited just for what the future holds, and I know I was going to get a shot to play regardless this season, no matter what happens.
I'm sorry, what was your dad's reaction when you told him, and what was the conversation that you had that right before that happened?
Yeah, my dad, he obviously congratulated me, but obviously he's still saying, you got a lot of work to do. This is kind of just another step. You got to, go out there and play. That's the main deal. Go out there, play, perform, and do what matters, perform when it counts.
What do you think you did to earn the position of being a starting quarterback? What was it that set you above Jacoby and put you in the position that you're in right now? What was it that you feel like you did right?
I think overall, just my decision making and my ability to kind of do it all. I feel like whether it's run, throw, make decisions, the right guy, what you got to throw to. I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm gonna go out there and compete and do it all, do whatever it takes to win, and that's that competitiveness in me. Growing up with three brothers, just trying to survive and do what I can to win and get through. So I think just build relationships with guys. I think that's really important, especially up front with the line. So just as Kent went through, just building relationships and just trying to kind of get to know new guys. And obviously, we'll have a lot of new guys out there playing this Saturday. So just kind of build that relationship and build that bond. So when we get out there Saturday night, we're looking smooth.
We've heard a lot about your competitiveness so far. Phil Longo said that you played ping pong at a recruiting event and just refused to get off the table. And then Cedric said you were racing guys in I think it was in endurance drills. Mm-hmm. So how would you describe your competitiveness?
Oh yeah, I think it's just been there something. It's been there my whole life. Growing up, I think kind of the ritual you get, like a runner-up trophy or participation trophy, really doesn't mean anything. This is kind of in our household, second is first loser. So that's just kind of engraved in me. I feel like I just try to do that in every part of my life, and just kind of carry that with me. So.
Was this morning the first time you saw your teammates since then? I know you guys didn't practice yesterday.
We were here throughout the building yesterday. We have Mondays off, but I saw a lot of teammates.
What kind of reaction did you get from teammates? Anything unusual or different, or was it just the norm, business as usual?
Just kind of they're all professional, and they're just let's get to work and kind of go out there and show it, and obviously it's kind of a bigger deal than what it seemed out to be, but we just continue with practice today and just kind of roll it on and just move the flow.
Was that any different for you? Going out there knowing that you have QB1 in practice today, a little extra skip in your step or anything?
I wouldn't say it's a little different. I try to take the approach the same way because I was competing to be that guy, but obviously it is a little different going out there with one at a time. So I feel like we're going to just keep getting better as we get more reps and continue to be making plays and get to the guys that can make those plays.
Drake, mentioning your dad, to have a father that not only played the position and played here, like what types of advice or pointers does he give you? Like, just throughout the year, throughout the season, like what types of things does he tell you that you listen to maybe more than others and hone in on that you think are like super helpful?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'd probably say, really growing up, I mean, my dad was, you know, my head football coach until around middle school, and he was always my quarterback coach. Taught me how to throw, and he at least wanted one of us to, you know, play football, and I ended up being the one. But yeah, just kind of even the small things, you know, drops, you know, throwing mechanics, really anything. You know, he's done it at this level, and you know, I kind of listen to him, like whatever 2 cents he's got, I try to take that in, and sometimes I ignore a little bit of it if he, you know, thinks this play should go this way, but he doesn't really know the offense. So.
Does he have a lot of 2 cents? Like, is he somebody that's always telling you stuff, or does he stay away from it a little bit?
I think he's been a little more distant since I got to college. Just kind of let me go and figure it out. Obviously, he's not in the meetings, and you know, he doesn't really know to the extent of how he progression goes and stuff. But you know, with the little things, you know, drops and mechanics, he always gonna be there, giving his 2 cents, which is usually pretty accurate.
On the topic of your family, obviously you want to pave your own path here at Carolina, but Luke posted something on Instagram yesterday. Have you talked to Luke? Has he talked to you at all about since you've been named quarterback?
Yeah, I FaceTimed Luke the other day. I think it was actually yesterday. You know, obviously he's in Spain now, so it's like a 6-hour difference, so it's kind of tough to communicate throughout the day. No, but he was excited for me. You know, he just we always talk about, you know, it's one thing he's saying, you just got to go out and do it. So he's just obviously, you know, the work he's put in through his career is just kind of inspirational for me, and just you know, he's done on a bigger level with me so far. So just kind of see what he's got to say and listen to his way of doing things is probably helped him out and beneficial for me to follow.
Drake, how hard is it to impress people in your family? Because, I mean, this is an accomplishment just being named the starter, but it almost seems like, yeah, like go out and do something. Like you haven't done anything yet. That's what it almost feels like, you know, at the reaction from your family.
No, yeah, they've been supportive. You know, whether through sports or not, obviously, you know, sports has been a big part of our family. But just, it all goes back to the end of the day, just competing. Just, you know, they've been with me since day one, and just going out there and winning and just trying to get better and make some plays is all I can do.
What would you say, growing up, you guys are probably the most competitive in with your brothers?
That's a good question. Growing up, I mean, I think, you know, 2v2 basketball, having 4 boys is pretty competitive. You know, ping pong nowadays, just because as we're getting older, my parents want us to keep off each other physically so we don't get injured. And then, I mean, honest truth, actually our grades is pretty competitive. You know, my mom and dad instilled us good grades in the classroom before being an athlete. So just competing to bring the best report card home too. So.
How do you handle kind of the idea that in some ways the battle isn't over? You know, you have to obviously go out there and deliver. And Mac even said yesterday, like, if you guys are going to score touchdowns, he's going to give Jacoby a chance.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it's all about production. You know, just taking play within play, each play at a time, and do what I can to win the play. And whether it's positive or negative, just leave in the past and go execute the next one.
It's only Tuesday, but how would you prepare for the rest of the week, knowing that you are the guy that you're going to take the ones the rest of the week and all that? How will you prepare the rest of the week here?
You know, just you know, study up on FAMU and just Bible it up, and also be, like I said, we got a lot of new faces. It's going to be the starting lineup, so just keep working at practice, day after practice. You know, go the extra throws with the 2 guys in my class, JJ and Gabo, are going to be out there. They're going to be good. So just kind of creating that relationship and just creating that player connection.
Have you thought about what it's going to be like for you to walk out there first as quarterback at the University of North Carolina?
Yeah, I haven't even thought about it. No, you're putting it in perspective. I think I'm just going to be excited. Home state kid, it's what I was dreamed of, and just going out there in that Carolina blue and putting on for the state, just trying to make some noise. So.
Drake, what has been the reaction around campus like yesterday, today, just as you've gone to class? Have people been giving you like, all right, let's go, baby? Like, you know, people been pointing at you or thumbs up? You know, like, what have your classmates said?
Yeah, I've got a few congratulations, what a class. You know, but some people in my class, they said, they've been asking me like when they're gonna name it. So I really just haven't interacted with a lot of my classmates just the second day since it happened. So they've been supportive and excited to go out there and perform for them. So
What got into you that night on the ping pong table at Matt's house? Like Phil was telling us that you were pouring sweat for the recruiting event, and you got to a point where you weren't.
Yes, sir.
And you went over the top.
Just win the table. Just staying on. I think it's one of the worst things in sports is having to watch somebody else play. So it's hard. When you watch two other people play, whether it's ping pong or whatever it is. So just giving that paddle up. There's something about that feeling it's just hard to live with.
Who was giving you the most competition?
Throughout fall camp, actually, in the players lounge, John Copenhagen has been giving me some trouble. But other than that, I think actually Connor Harrell's pretty good at ping pong too. So I think those two guys are kind of top of the totem pole. Coach Galloway thinks he can play, but he's not really on that level.
So did you kind of enjoy the QB competition then, in a way? Like, since you're so competitive, were you kind of like uniquely built for this?
I'd say, I just try to, worry about myself throughout the process. I think, since you can't really like gauge, other than how you do in practice, like where, like if you're winning or beating them, it's ultimately out of my control who makes that decision. So it's kind of a different aspect of competing, but obviously, winning over the team and performing best in practice was a big deal. So I took that very seriously.
I know Coach Longo was one to tell you, but have you had a chance to sit down with Matt Brown and kind of talk about being QB1 in the school?
No, I have not. Coach Brown, saw him today in practice and after practice. But I haven't really sat down and meeting with him yet. So, no, man.
What class was that they were asking about when they were going to start?
It was a history class, history 101. With Professor Brown. So, it's a nice lecture hall. It's pretty nice. One of the cooler classes I've been in, actually.
What's the history 101? What's the actual class?
It's like misinformation and like conspiracy theories. It's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Pretty
I was
relevant.
Western Civ for some reason.
Pretty relevant right now.
Yes, sir. You guys good?
I can come up with facts about conspiracies.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Thanks.